Okay, so as you guys know, recently we've been covering Sameko Saba and a lot of the drama that has been kind of surrounding her and the kind of hate that she's been getting, essentially for being on a break for a while. And we talked about this quite a bit on this channel. She's been on break for about 2 months or so. And yeah, some people were not happy. Some people were, removing their memberships and things, which honestly, I think if you want to remove your membership because they're not streaming, I think it's fine, right? But I also think that Saba is allowed to take a break, especially whenever she said that she has had some, health issues before. Which of course, some people, I guess, aren't very empathetic towards that, right? But essentially, it starts to get to a point, though, where this hate becomes way too far and to the point where I don't know if it's to do with this current situation, whether it's due to the fact that she's been, kind of in the news recently. So people were starting to kind of, take note of that kind of popularity and whatever, or whatever. I don't know what it is. But it seems that recently she's been getting impersonated, especially over on TikTok. Now, obviously, as I said, you can, not be happy with the fact that, she doesn't stream or whatever. Sure. But I think that, of course, allowing this kind of behavior is pretty horrible. And this is one of the posts saying this person is pretending to be Sameko Saba on TikTok and using her intro videos for their live. Please report their account. And they've also said it again. Please report this account. She is trying to be Saba, even using her videos during live TikTok streams to get money off it. Now, yeah, that's what it seems like it is, right? Saba hasn't gone live, for 2 months. We all know that. And again, it seems like, the only couple channels she has is obviously her X channel, social media, and obviously her YouTube. Those are the two ones that I mainly see. Again, I don't know if she has any more linked. No, that's about it, right? And obviously, if you go to her streams and stuff as well, obviously, of course, I got an ad. Obviously, if you go down to the streams, there isn't any other links apart from her Twitter, right? It seems to just be Twitter and YouTube, and that's it. That's literally all you get. So there's been no mention of a TikTok whatsoever, but there is this account, which is called Sameko Saba, sameko.saba, which seems to be, impersonating her, right? Pretending to be her. Because, as I said, it doesn't link to any of, she doesn't link to this channel at all, and it doesn't make sense why she'd be live if she's not live anywhere else. Sometimes streamers do 24-hour streams, and that sometimes happens, right? But you wouldn't really do it on TikTok, right? You'd usually do it on places like YouTube, and if she was doing a 24-hour stream, it would be, on multiple channels, so it'd be multi-streamed, which, again, I just don't think is the case. So I'm pretty certain in saying that this is not the Sameko Saba account. But you can see this has been in the works for a little bit because they've been posting the teasers that they posted ever since, she put them out. You guys remember whenever Sameko Saba was first announced, there was all of these teasers that came out, including all of these videos that are currently featured on the page. And you can see they've been uploading since 2025, right? This has been, this has been an account that's been around for quite a while, and it's gotten a lot of views. And I think many people haven't noticed that this account isn't actually her. It's reposting her videos, of course, but that's it. Now, they do link back to her account. I'm assuming that's because it will get them the most kind of attention. But I think, what's going on now is probably the worst part. I don't mind people calling themselves Sameko Saba and uploading these things. Of course, it is impersonation, but they're not really hurting anybody by doing this. But I do think with the live stream aspect of things, it's a little bit weird, right? Because they are now actually live streaming playing Saba VODs, right? They are live streaming her playing this kind of thing. And again, it's got 17,000 likes. She's been streaming for an hour and a bit, and a lot of people have been joining, especially in the chat. People saying, why even stream at this point? She's back on here because she needs money, right? Some people are still mad at her over that kind of stuff, right? But it's not her, right? People are saying, oh, she's back because she needs money. She's not back, right? This is just a VOD that they are playing, or a kind of old video or whatever it is, that obviously is on her channel, and they are just replaying to essentially get money from people, right? And it's not obviously Saba that is, the one that is, is the one that's trying to get the money. It's whoever has made this account who is trying to get the money, right? And a lot of people saying, you finally stream with your model. Some people are actually believing this. This is the worst part, right? There are some people out there, right? And I don't blame them, because sometimes things can get pretty bad, that actually genuinely believe it's her, right? And there's so many people that can get scammed out there, in the sense of, they think it's actually her, and they go, hello, Saba. You can't see it underneath my screen, but someone literally just a minute ago said, hello, Saba, right? They genuinely think it's her, which I think is crazy. But of course, as I said, it's the internet. It becomes pretty hard to, you know, it becomes pretty hard to tell if it's legitimate or not. You know, people saying, yo, Saba, you know, looks like a recording. I think so. So there's some people that have obviously sussed it out. But yeah, many people saying, is this live or a recording? This is a video. And again, so many different comments, right? I said, Saba, you know, no, this is pre-recording. I'm leaving now. I can't keep this anymore. Bye, everyone. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy that obviously there's so many people that have kind of fallen for this. And the thing that worries me is apparently, obviously it says here number 3. I don't know if this is to do with the actual channel or not. Again, I'm not that clued in on TikTok, but I'm kind of usually whenever they get these badges, it means that they have been, you know, kind of gifting. Although actually, to be fair, this person knows that it's not them. So I guess not. But of course, there is going to be some people here. I don't know who in this chat has, and I don't really want to, you know, kind of call anybody out in the chat who has. But there are some people here who, you know, will have gifted, right, and thought it was her, or thought it was, you know, something that, you know, they could legitimately kind of give their money to, right? And instead of giving it to her, they're giving it to someone completely random who is profiting off of old VODs of Sameko Saba, right? And you can tell why that is a problem, because, you know, it's not going to the creator that they wanted it to give to, and they're giving it to some random person who's using their stream. And you can see they got almost 40 viewers now, obviously including me. So it is pretty crazy. There is quite a few people watching it, at least for a you know, for a TikTok stream. Lots of people saying, you know, they're trying to give her like their usernames and whatever. Of course, as I said, it's not real, and it seems like a lot of people have been kind of falling for this, right? And it does suck. But again, you know, yeah, people saying stop sending gifts, right? Saying this is the video. You know, well, I tried to warn as many people as possible. This person is taking advantage of the people that miss her to get the money. Same thing that happened on her corpo life. Something happened. Wait, she last streamed 2 months ago. She's kind of on hiatus. There's no news from new streams. Said, I'm leaving. Thanks for the information. When does she actually live? So pre-streaming. So this is someone streaming her streams to get money. It's from 9 months ago. So yeah, as I said, thank God there's some people in there that are actually kind of, you know, saying things. But as I said, you know, just know that this isn't a real stream. This is someone that is, of course, playing VODs. It happens quite a lot. And, you know, they're trying to take advantage of the fact that people miss Saba, right? And that, you know, she's, as I say, she's been in the news a lot recently for the whole hiatus stuff, and people have been missing her. So obviously people that go into the stream, that they see the stream pop up on their TikTok or whatever, they're going to go, oh, wait, she's back, you know, and obviously they miss her or whatever so much that they're going to believe it, right? And it sucks. It sucks that people would take advantage of that. But yeah, it was just a little bit of, I guess, a warning to people that this does happen. And, you know, I don't think this is one of the only times that Saba has been impersonated like this on TikTok. It's happened many times, and it is just something kind of malicious that people are trying to do to get a quick bit of money. People saying, where's the other viewers? She got like a 1K viewers on YouTube. Someone just said that below my thing, by the way. I don't know if I can move it. Wait, there. You know, they say, where's the other viewers? Right at the bottom. But again, of course, you know, some people are like kind of falling for that and saying like, why has she got more viewers? Like she's literally an 1,000 view streamer. But again, we all know it's fake. It's not real, and they're literally just playing a VOD. So be careful whenever you look at this stuff. Don't obviously give it money, because it's going to someone completely random that is trying to profit off of this stuff. And as I said, you know, you can dislike the fact that Saba doesn't stream, whatever, but let's be real, you know, nobody wants this to happen. Nobody wants people to get scammed like this. And yeah, it is pretty crazy. But yeah, that's what I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. So yeah.